Well, so today we are doing this chapter measurement, as I have shared a video yesterday in which I was showing a weight of 1 kg, which is a standard unit to measure anything which is of like solid thing. Now we will learn about measurement by reading this chapter. I will share the same PDF with you. Measurement is a basis of science. It plays an important role in our daily life. All the time we take measurement of time, space and basic necessary articles of our life. As we all know, it's basis of not only of science, it's like we in our daily life, for small things, for big things, it's like very important, plays an important role in our daily life. At what time will your school starts? Okay, tell me what we are measuring right now by answering this question. At what time will your school starts? So here we are measuring time. At what time should you get up to go to school? Same time. How long will it take you to reach your school? Here we are measuring time. These questions are related to time. So what is the distance? Everything, not only a single, whatever we measure in whatever we do, most of the things are related with measurement. Whether it's distance, whether it's quantity, time, we measure everything. Whenever we buy vegetables, fruit, sugar, tea, rice, whatever we buy, we measure. So it plays an important role in our day-to-day life. This is the definition of measurement. Measurement is a comparison of an unknown quantity with known constant quantity or unit. So as we all know, first of all, measurement is a comparison between an unknown quantity and a known quantity or unit. What this means? See, whenever we measure, like same weight we used to measure, I have shown you yesterday the weight we used to measure to buy vegetables, suppose. So if you have taken 1 kg of potatoes, so how can you come to know that they are 1 kg potato? By only comparing those potato with 1 kg weight by help of beam balance. You keep both the things on both side of beam balance, and then you compare whether they are equal, more than 1 kg, and from this we can come to know that measurement is comparison between a unknown quantity. Here unknown quantity is potatoes, and the known quantity is 1 kg, weight of 1 kg, that physical weight we used. Okay. Okay, now this is very important thing. One part of every measurement consists of a number, and other part consists of the name of unit. So whatever we buy or sell, uh, the measurement of that have two things. One is a numerical digit, and the other one is a unit. So here let's suppose if your height is 1.5, then 1.5 meter, then here we are using two things. First is 1.5, which is numerical value, and second thing is meter, which is measuring unit. Okay, now here they have given some measuring devices. You all know this is a beam balance. This is again a balance, physical balance, which mostly those people who are selling very um, precious things like precious metals, precious stones, they use this kind of balance, and this is covered from all the sides so that even air can't go inside it, and the result is accurate. This is a cylindrical tube which we use to measure a liquid, volume of any liquid. Now this is clock. You all know clock is used to measure what? We measure time with the help of clock. Hence, to express the result of anything we measure. To express the result of a measurement of a physical quantity, we must know what we must know. The unit of the quantity is to be measured. First, we must know whatever we are measuring, that what is the unit of that thing. Like the unit of measuring liquid is different. You all know what is the unit for liquid, it's a liter. And to measuring a solid thing we use kilogram, to measuring distance we use kilometer. So first we know to which quantity we are measuring and what is the unit for that quantity, particular quantity. Now the second thing we should know, the numerical value that express how many times the above mentioned unit in is contained in the given quantity. Now I have told you, like suppose if you are buying 5 kg of rice, and then what is, like you are using that a single unit kilogram 5 times, that is called 5 kg of rice. So you should know that what unit you are gonna use and how many time you gonna use that particular unit. So these two things are very important when you measure anything. Any quantity that can be measured is called physical quantity. Now what is physical quantity? If someone asks you what is physical quantity, any quantity which can be measured is called physical quantity. And physical quantity is equals to, I told you there are two things, very important thing in a physical quantity. One is numerical value, another one is unit, and the multiplication of them is used as measurement. Now what is the need of measurement, why measurement was needed? So here we'll learn about why measurement was needed. Now there is an experiment given over here. You can perform this experiment at home. Try to measure some distance by your foot and then tell your sibling or your parent to measure the same distance. You will come to know that the measurement of your foot and measurement of your parent or your sibling foot is different. From this we can come to know that measurement uh, so from this we can come to know that measurement of these type of quantities unreliable. We can't measure things with these kind of, earlier people used to, when there were no particular standard units, people used to measure things with the hand span, with these fingers which we call anguls. And there were many, like people used to measure with the one pace is nothing but a step taken by any person. It's one pace, or how many pace you have taken, that people used to measure using the four, using their forearm, using their foot, using their a yard. You might have seen, or someday if you'll go some shop to buy thread to fly kite, they earlier they used to measure it with the hand yard. Okay, now, so this was the reason earlier we had a lot of difficulties in measuring things, because someone is selling some item, his hand span may be greater than those who are buying that article. Then it will be a loss for someone and benefit for someone else. Now, however, all these units are unreliable. We all know these units, like measuring with the hand span and all these things. Foot is not reliable. We can't rely because it may vary from person to person. Maybe someone have bigger hand, someone have very smaller hand. So it may vary from people to people. Now, because the part of human differ in length for the different people, this will be clear from the following activities. Everyone must have common unit of measurement. So then people came to realize that yes, we need a particular, a common unit, so that we can measure all the things equally. Then there come a standard unit. What is standard unit? Now, okay everyone, now we will understand about what is standard unit and what are the important things, what should be the important characteristic of anything to be a standard unit. We can't make anything, like you will say by yourself, let's make blah blah a standard unit. It's not possible. There should be some characteristics in anything to be a standard unit. What all characteristics are they? Now, a standard unit is of moderate size that can be conveniently used. Now, a unit, anything which we are making a standard unit, it should be convenient. convenient to carry from one place to another place, convenient to keep with you, है ना. If it will be hard to carry something from one place to another place, if it is hard to reproduce it, making copy of it, then it's very hard to make it a standard unit. So first of all, it should be convenient for everyone. Second thing, space and time do not affect its value. Now suppose if I take a scale from earth to moon, will the size of scale change? No. Will the weight, if I will take a weight of 1 kg from here to moon, will the weight, the mass inside weight will change? No. So it's very important that space and time, or space and another thing is time. If I'll keep that scale for 1 year, 2 year, will it change? No, it will not change. So space and time do not affect the particular thing. Third thing, what should be the quality of that standard unit? It is always possible to define it without any ambiguity or doubt. Ambiguity means unclearness, yeah, vague, which is not clear. So it is always possible to define. It should be easy to define a particular quantity. Now you make something a standard quantity unit and you are not able to define it, people are not able to define it, what is that? So if you are defining to if you are telling to someone, it, it will be hard to understand for someone, then it no use of making it a standard unit. Third thing, it is not perishable, so it should not be go bad early. Like it should have some lifespan, you know. It should not go bad early. Third thing, it can be easily reproducible. It should be easy to make copies of it, or if some you lose it somewhere, then you can reproduce that. So it's very important. Now why they needed it be done? Now how it came, how people adopted the standard unit. Now, the first time in world, France used standard unit. It adopted standard unit. The metric system, which is called metric system. Metric means nothing, meter. It's related to meter. Now, the metric system for standard unit was first adopted in France in 1791. 1791. In this system, meter, kilograms, second, which is called MKS. What they used? MKS. What they used, MKS, were taken as the base unit for the measuring smaller quantities. Now they used CGS, which is centimeter, gram, and second. For measuring bigger things, he used MKS, and for measuring smaller things, what they used, CGS. Then later on in 1960, what happened? It was recommended by General Conference of Weight and Measures. Now what is General Conference? It's nothing, people, scientists from different places, those who are like intelligent people, gathered on one place and made a conference, है ना? And then they recommended that uh, weight and measures, that a common system should be used all over the world. There should be a common system to be to measure anything, so that during this time, 1800, 1700, 1900, people used to do trades with different countries, like Britishers came to India, people from Portugal came to India for trade, buying spices. There was a Silk Route. If you don't know about the Silk Route, there was a route which is from China to going from the northern India and crossing Turkey and then going to England and Europe. They used that particular route to trade. And so that time people started trading with one another. The countries started trading, so they needed a standard unit, so that if you are sending something from here and there, here they are using handspan to measure, and there they are using foot to measure, then it will be hard to measure. So they need a standard unit which is equal everywhere. So they suggested, let's make a standard unit and common system which can be followed everywhere in the world. Now this system they called SI system. What is SI stands for? it is a abbreviation of Les Système International D units, or sometimes they say Système International. So some of you will wonder that why SI stands for Système International. So it's like this only. Many French words have abbreviation like this. Then they made some fundamental units. There are basically five fundamental units uh, which they made that time. What all they are and what are the sign of those fundamental unit? First is meter, second is kilogram, third is second, fourth is ampere, fifth is Kelvin, and sixth is mole. Now, what are they? What we can measure by these things? Now, meter, I know you everyone will know, everyone knows that what is meter used for. Meter used for measuring length, and the sign we use for meter is m. Same like this, kilogram is used to measure mass, not weight but mass. Keep this in mind, kilogram is used to measure mass. I'll tell you later why. Second, seconds is used to measure time. Ampere, now ampere, you all know we use electricity, we pay bill. So if we pay bill, then there should be some measuring unit, there should be some way of measuring electricity also. So that is called ampere, in which we measure electric current, and the sign for A, ampere, is A. Same like this, in India we use degree centigrade to measure temperature, but in other countries like Europe and many other countries they use Kelvin to measure temperature, and the sign for Kelvin is K. Now sixth thing is mole. Mole, the sign is MOL, and this is used to measure substance in anything. Now this you will come to know when you will study in chemistry in coming years. This much for today. Now we will be doing further in next lecture. Thank you.